Welcome to 5 Sprockets. I'm Joe and I'm going to help you learn how to mask a clip into a static or non-moving video clip of a television set using Final Cut Pro and Adobe Photoshop. I have this clip here that I call 28 Cats Later. And I want to put that inside of this television set to pretend that it's playing on TV. So our fake viewer out here is watching this in a fake scene that I'm doing. So first thing I want to do is create a still image of this television set so we can cut this out in Photoshop and create our mask. What I'll do is go to File, Export using QuickTime Conversion, and then what we want to do is go to Still Image, hit Options, make sure that's Photoshop format, click OK, and I'm just going to save it to the desktop and call it Mask. Okay, now I've got our still image of the television set opened up in Photoshop. So I have the pen tool selected, and make sure you're in Paths mode. And I have my Paths palette open. So I'm just going to start drawing a line the inside of this television set. And if you'll notice, I'm actually going a few pixels into the TV because I want to make it a little more realistic. And so that's close enough for now. And you're going to use this load path as selection when your path is selected, and it will turn into the marching ants. And then let's go to our layers tab, create a new layer. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is go to Layer, New Fill Layer, and Solid Color. And I basically used that black to fill the marching ants inside of that path I just created. And now let's make another new layer, put that below your television mask, and we're going to fill that with white. Alright, and now we're going to put a little bit of a blur on the television mask. I use Gaussian blur, and let's just do 1 pixel, just to give the feeling that the edges of the TV are blurred when we get that mask. I'm going to take all of this, and we're going to go ahead and flatten that. And then we're going to save as a picked file. And I'll call that TV mask. And I'll just save that onto my desktop. And I'm doing 32 bits. It's just going to give me a little more resolution, and I'm not going to compress that. And let's go back to Final Cut Pro. Okay, now we're back in Final Cut Pro. I'm going to go ahead and import the mask that we just put on our desktop. And now I want to double click the TV clip and go to Effects, Video Filters, Matte, and then we're going to put an image mask filter on there. Just ignore what's happening right now because we're actually going to click on the Filters tab, and you'll see where that question mark is. We're going to drag our mask onto the top of that and keep luminance selected. And now you'll notice the inside of our television is actually black. So I'm going to move that up 1 layer, which basically we just knocked out the middle of the TV. So whatever we put underneath it in the timeline is going to play through. So when I put my 28 Cats Later, now we have our mask done. We're not quite finished. What I want to do is kind of size that down to fit inside the TV a little better. And if you want to be a little more dramatic, you can even, this is obviously a horror flick, so we'll take that and get a little Dutch angle on there. And that's it. We'll just take that and render it. Now we can take a look at our clip. That's all there is to it.